guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Please endeavor to subscribe to this YouTube channel before we start. Please click the subscribe button. Thank you. Hello, good day everyone, and I'll be introducing you to MoneyBook. So MoneyBook is an ERP product. ERP means Enterprise Resource Planning. So what MoneyBook does is what your record book does in your businesses. Those files, receipts and everything that you do manually. This is what MoneyBook does. It helps you organize your inventories, take sales, and also keep stocks value when you are done selling. You'll be able to know how many stocks are in short. You'll be able to know how much is being made per transaction. You'll be able to calculate your profits. You'll be able to see them also in real time. This is what MoneyBook is all about. Now let's dive deeply into MoneyBook. Let's log in. This is how the interface looks like. Once you sign in, you will be once you're already registered into MoneyBook. If you sign in, you'll be requested for either your phone number or your username. So this instance we're using our phone number and the passcode. So and once you come like this, you'll be visited with you'll be visited with a dashboard that looks like this. So here we have zero sales. So you'll be having this. If you come down here, you'll be able to see your admin pin. This is the pin of the owner of the MoneyBook. That is the owner of the business. So this pin is normally assigned to you by MoneyPoint. But if you want, you can decide to change the pin. Now let's go ahead and let's check the menu. The first thing you should check here is the home. So the home here is what you are seeing here. So on the home, you're going to see uh, the dates. If you want to check through dates, you can go through here and you can be able to see all the branches. So let's go down here. You see the person that gave you the POS, that is the agent that gave you the money book, and you'll be able to see your pin here, that is the admin pin. And if you look here, you'll be able to see all the terminals that have been connected to this particular branch. Now let's go to the second one. You will now see the sales. So sales are all the transactions you did for the day. So this is where you see your sales. You can be able to search your sales by name and any other thing, or by number. And you can be able to also export your sales here. Then let's go to reports. So under reports, you'll be able to see all your reports for the week. So let's check for last week. So you see here, you can be able to look for today, yesterday, this week, last week, this month, last month, this year, last year. If you want to change the by date, you can come here and change it to the dates that you want. If it is by branches, you'll be able to see how many branches that you have here. So here we have selected the date we want to check from 7th to 13th, and here we have the branches. So if we have more than one branch here, it is going to show other branches here. Then we can click on staff. Here we have about two staff, the owner and one staff. So you can be able to say, okay, you want to see only the record under this person, or for both of them, or for as many staff as you have, it will give you the record. So let's say you want to see only the one coming from Josephine Garba. We'll click on this, it will be only this. So let's say we want to change it to only the ones from here. We'll click on this, you'll be able to see something like this. So now let's go back again. Let's clear this filter, and let's go down. So the first thing you see here
is see sales details. So click on see these sales details. You'll be able to know the total sales for the day. So let's say for April 13th is 0, April 12th is 15, and these are the total sales that you'll be able to see per day, depending on how many, depending on your filter that you are using. So let's say if it is just, let's say if it's just yesterday, which is, you know, it's 0, and if it is last week, you see it's 0, and then if we say last, so you see what we have here. So it depending on how you want it to be, you can change it how you want to be able to see those products. So you see here we have the date, the number of sales, the gross sales, the cost of goods, the and the gross profit and the margin also. So this is what you get. You can go back. So so once you go back, you'll be able to, sorry, the thing logged me out. Secondly, clicked it twice. So we'll go back to reports. So we have already entered here, which is this. So we're actually looking for last week. So when you go down, you'll see your top selling items. The top selling item we have here is cartons of Toma wine. So if I want to see more details, we click on view all. Now we have items, carton of Toma wine. The categories is wine and gin. Quantity that is sold is 2.5 carton, and the gross sale is 150,000. The gross profit is 150,000, and the margin is this. So the reason why the gross profit is showing the same thing as the gross profit, gross sales, is because we did not put the cost price. So it's assumed that the whole money is a profit. So you'll be able to see the quantity sold. This is 2.5 kg that was sold, 80.81 kg, 40.3 liters of petroleum, one loaf of classic bread, and also one bottle beer was sold between 7th to 13th of April. So and you can export this also and be able to see it. So let's export. Let's see how it will look like once we export it. So if you check here, this is showing you in Excel format, but it is. So let's go ahead with our record. Then let's click backward, and then let's go under. We are done with top selling items. Let's look at the top performing categories. You can see the top performing category here is wine and gin. Now the most important one, which is the staff sales. So here, if you can check here, Ukamake is there. Total sale is 275,000, and Josephine total sale is 30,350. So let's view all. So once we view all, you see here we have the staff name. Ukamake is showing us that Ukamake is the owner, and he sold uh, goods worth 275,000. Number of sales is 15, and the average sale is 18,000 naira. So here we're having Garba. So you see everything is in details. Be able to know every staff what and what they sold particular day and particular time. So we are done with this one. Now let's go down to sales by payment type. So they will have only three payment type here, which is the cash, the card, and also the bank transfer. So let's view all and see how it looks like. So sales by payment type, if you check here, we have the cash, the total cash that was received, transaction that was done from the 7th of April to 13th of April is 16. The value of the total cash transaction is 310,000. Now let's look at the card part. We have only two transactions was done using card, and the total transaction is 8,210 naira. So also bank transfer is only one, and the value is 900. Now let us check from a staff point. So let's click on this staff. We want to filter transaction that was done by this staff. So this staff only did cash transaction. He did not do any withdraw, any POS transaction. So and it was two, and the total transaction is 30,340 naira. Now let's click on Ukamakeze and see the transaction that he did. So the Ukamakeze did cash transaction, about 14 transaction. Total value of the transaction is 280. So in instances like this, you'll be able to know how much you are going to collect from Ukamakeze after these transactions, after the day's sales, or from 7th of 13th to April. You know that Ukamakeze received 280,000 naira, and they will balance that one. The card and the bank transfer, all of them are already in the POS. So you can also always look at it forward. So with here now, we can go back. Sorry, um, I'm my my phone is a bit too quick. So here we are done with this. So in most cases, you'll be more interested in the staff sales and the payment time. Those are the major ones. So first of all, if you are trying to make your inquiry, you first of all try to know the staff. What is the total transaction, total money that the staff has done, which is 275,000. Then before you can break it down to the view, you can click on view all to check the breakdown either in cash, in card, and also bank transfer. So if you want them to balance you in the remaining cash, you can click on the cash and be able to check what they are supposed to balance you per staff. So you can go to customer session for all the customer that you save through your POS, through your register. You'll be able to see them here as you sold goods for them, and you'll be able to see what and what you have sold for them. So let's click on this customer and check whether we have sold any goods for him. So if you come here, if you check this customer on the 12th of April, we sold some goods for him. We sold goods 5,000 naira for him, and also goods of 8,100 naira. Let's view the sales and see what and what we actually sold to him. So let's check. So if you check well, you'll be able to see what you sold to this customer. So look at it here. We're having all the details of what we actually sold to this customer. So thank you. So we are done. Now let's go to all items. So on the all items, you'll be able to see all your items and the number of stocks that is remaining in all of those items. So how many stocks are remaining, you'll be able to know from all items. So like here, the beer and drinks, we have 381 in stock. So if your workers call you telling you that a particular number of products has finished, if you come to your all items, you'll be able to know how many that are still remaining in stock. If it truly finishes, then there will be nothing that will be remaining in the stock. Okay, so that is what this place is. And from here, you can be able to add more items, and you can add the items either as a standard item, variable item, or bundle item. We can go to categories. You can create all your categories before you even start adding items if you want to. Let's go to taxes. This one have not yet come into effect yet. And then we can go to stock history. This gives you the record of how you were how stocks are being taken. As you are selling your goods, the stocks are also being the record are also being provided to you. So, and as you are removing or adding any stock on your inventory, the stocks are also being the information is normally provided here. As you're selling each of these goods, like this tomato, it was 120 and it became 1,200. And tomato was 1,200, it became 1,176. If you click on it, you'll be able to see how it works. So this is the record on how this, and you can check it by staff and see what this particular staff, the product that he has sold and everything. So let's continue. Let's check stock adjustments. So for stock adjustments, this is where you can, if you click on this stock adjustment, this is where you can be able to check if a goods either you receive item or you want to remove item. you click on loss. If you receive item, you can go down and click on item that you receive. Let's say it's fuel, maybe another fuel came in. We can add those items. Here we have 2031 liters, so we can decide to add more here. Okay, you can decide to add more. Let's say we want to add 200 liters, so we can save it, and it will that is how we have added we have adjusted our stocks. For measurement unit, here you can be able to add measurement unit. These ones are already the ones that are provided by Moneybook. You can decide to add more, or you can search for it here. You can add more measurement units if you want to add as many as you want. And under this measurement unit, please, these precisions are very important. It is precision that is able to help you sell goods in half, or be able to know the value of good that has decimal points. For example, those who sell gas, they do sell gas sometimes in decimal points. So if you put one, it will not be able to give you a decimal point after the uh, the integer itself, the main integer. It will not be able to give you any decimal point. So you need to, if you want it to give you at least 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.9, then you should be able to click this. Okay, if you want it to give you 0.19, 11, 0.10, 0.19, 0.12, then you should click this. So also you can click depending on how many figures you want to see after the decimal point. So that is the use of this unit precision. Okay, and then we can go ahead and say these are the supplies. This is when you are adding items, you need to also provide the suppliers sometimes, so that in the future when you are not around, if there's another person managing the stock, they'll be able to know who to contact when a particular goods has finished. That's the essence of this. Here is the staff role. You here will be able to list out, add as many staff as you want, and here you'll be able to determine their roles. If you want them to be able to do certain things or permission activities, for example, for cashier here, we can say let us edit their roles, and we'll be able to tick or off or on any of the thing we want them to be able to do. If we don't want them to be able to delete cards, then this, so let us, we can still allow them to delete the cards. Let them view analytics and amenities. So we have things they can do on the register, which is POS, and things that they can do on their own account. So for their own dashboard, online dashboard, they can be able to view their own sales. They can be able to view sales. They can be able to manage their own sales. But we can say, okay, we don't want them to be able to cancel a sales. So here we'll leave it off. They can manage branches, can edit, delete. No, we don't want them to be able to have all those power. They want them to be able to view analytics, download analytics, and view sales. This is the only thing we want them to be able to do when they log into their app. So if as we are going down, we can see other roles that we want them to be able to do. We can, okay, let us see whether we can make them to be able to add customer, manage customer. So manage customer ledger, can view, update customer ledgers. They can view customer ledgers. uh, they can view customer ledger balance. They can also reprint history, manage discounts, can create, edit, and delete discounts. No, we don't want them to have that, but they can view discounts. They can manage stock adjustments. No, we don't want them to have that kind of power. So here, this is what we want them to have access to. So we can, they can view, edit, delete, and add customers. So they can also view customers also. So here we have given them the permission, and we can update this rule. So, and we can actually update this rule. So that rule can only be given to, I think, all these admin and other people. So here we can click on this. We are done with this. So now let's go to branches. And under the branches, you can add as many branches as you want. Here we have only one branch, so let's click on it and say let's edit this branch. So the address, we can also edit this address. If we don't want the address, if the address is not correct, we can edit the city, and we can edit the this thing. And we can also connect the MoneyPoint account to this branch and be able to view transfer and card payment directly on the register, making reconciliation faster and what easier. So you can say, okay, we want to connect, which account do you want to connect to? We can confirm. Anytime we want, we can come and change it if we want to, and we can update it too. So I think that is it. And then we can go ahead. Let's go down to register, which is the last one. And once you click on this, you'll be able to see the only register we have here is only one. And when we click on it, we can be able to see everything here: the battery level of our POS in real time, the last sync date, the last time that the transaction was synced, and every information that you need, the IP address and everything, and if the POS is updated or not. If you click on these three arrows here, and up here you see that it is offline, so our PS is off now. When you click, you can be able to edit your register, you can sync it, you can delete the register. So let's edit our register. We can do some deleting. Here we say receipt auto printing. If you don't want the receipt to be auto printing, you can click on this so that it's only when you want to print that it will come out. Authenticate parcel. So turn on to automatically log out staff. So this one is if you want, if many staff are using the POS, you can turn it off to log out the staff automatically. After your staff finish making a sale, they will be logged out automatically, and you can update it, and everything will be into effect. So here is all the breakdown of everything that you need to know about MoneyBook. Our second video, we're going to show you how you can operate it on the on the register, that is on the MoneyBook POS. So after you have finished adding all our items and everything, how can you sell it on the register? So this is how to manage your MoneyBook platform. There are other things that you can also look at. Once you click on this menu, you click on this drop down button here. Once you click on it, we have other things: switch businesses, settings, support, and other things. For switch business, you can switch from one business to another, and you can add more businesses. This is different from branch. A branch share the same stock names, but different stock quantity. But for businesses, switch if you different businesses can have different products. So if you open a new business, you will have to upload new, all the items are fresh into it. If you open a new branch, you don't need to provide new items or list new items again. You can just uh, indicate that it is available in that branch if using the previous item from the other branches. So but if you are creating a new business, let's click on this switch to business. You'll be able to see we have many businesses here, and we can also create new business here too. So let me click it again. Here we have settings, and here we have support, terms and condition, privacy. You can also log out here. So let's click on settings and see. Yeah, these are personal information. You can manage your name across your businesses. You will not be able to change your email address for security reasons and all those kind of things. But this is not where we want to see. So let's click on this menu here, menu bar here, up here. So here you'll be able to see your business information. If you want to change certain things about your business information or your logo, you can click here. You can be able to change your logo. So if you click on this, you also see billing and subscription. Here we have the billing and subscription. You can see all the billings and the subscription and whatever you're supposed to do. Click on view plan, you'll be able to know which subscription they are into. My subscription, I can cancel my subscription here also. And this account number is the account number that will be debited whenever my subscription is due. I can go back. So once you click on this, you can see payment method. You can here we already have three payment methods. If you want, you can off this one and you can also on it. So if you want to add more payment method, you first of all, you can just click on add new payment method. But there are other ways to go about it before you even reach this level. So you need to come here first of all and click add payment method first. How many you want to add, you can click tap it before it can grant you permission to be able to add it here. Okay. Now register configuration. Let's click on register configuration. Here you can be able to configure some of the things in your register. You can say okay, it can require customer assigned to sales. So anytime they sell a goods, they should be able to attach it to a particular customer's info. So this one will be good for maybe hospitals. The required sell note. This one is just to show the name of the person that paid for the products as it is as that is on the receipt itself. And then limit sales on one item. Here you can say okay, you don't want your product to be sold more than one to by your workers. So they can only sell one item per time. They can't sell more than one or two to a person. So these are the general explanation. So here we have payment restriction. You can put payment restriction and say okay, no payment restriction created. You can payment restriction allows you to control which payment method can be used for different items categories, setup restriction. So you can click on add payment restriction and you can write it here cash only or some other stuff that you don't want to how you don't want to receive any money. So I think we are done. We can go back home now and look at it. So I believe with this you can be able to understand all the features that we have on MoneyBook. Please watch out. We'll also release a video on how the MoneyBook works on register, how it works on the POS, how you can how the product are listed, the categories, everything, the staff pin and everything, all the features that are in the POS screen. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, please. Very, very important. So that when we release another update, you will not be left behind. Thank you very much, and God bless you.